Okay. So what I'm understanding is, Ranjeev, so you have 8+ years experience and you have some rest assured experience also, and you are trying to upskill yourself into Playwright. Does that,
Yeah,
okay, is
yeah,
it
that's
correct? Okay, okay. Right. Okay. So, guys, this is basically a demo class. This is an opportunity for you to ask me questions. There are so many things that we'll be covering in this course. Okay. Yeah. So, feel free to ask me questions. So, I'm keeping the chat box open. You can ask me questions. Okay. So, let me just change this setting actually so that people should join in a muted option. Okay. So, yeah. So, now everyone should be able to. Okay. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, Ranjit. Let us pick maybe one or two more people. So, okay, I see the next person as Nikhila Munjala. So, is Nikhila here? Can you hear me? Okay, so I'll move on to the next person, Rajeshwari Kora. If you can hear me, guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Okay. So let's talk to Gaurav only. So Gaurav, if you can just unmute, yeah, you are able to hear me. Just tell me something about you. So what exactly do you do? Yeah, and what are your expectations from this course?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, actually, I have 5 years of experience in testing. And
Okay.
right now, I worked as a IBNV engineer.
Sorry, come again,
Where
please.
sir, right now I worked as a IVNV engineer. Like actually, right now
Okay.
I'm working in embedded system testing,
Oh, okay.
embedded
Embedded.
automation. Yes, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, sir, I had around 3 years of experience in manual and automation.
Okay. Right.
So, and 2.5 years of experience in embedded system testing, embedded
Mm-hmm.
automation testing.
Okay. Okay. So, any
Yes,
specific
sir. So
expectation
right,
from this? Yeah. Go on.
yes, sir. Now I want to change in web automation. That's why
Mhm.
I want to join Playwright with
Okay. Okay.
TypeScript and JavaScript, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Gaurav, for sharing. So guys, so this demo class is all about interaction. This is all about giving you what to expect from this course. I know you all will have a tons of questions. Don't worry. Hopefully I'll be able to answer most of you all. And if there's any question that is not yet answered, guys, I'll be dropping my WhatsApp number as well. You can post your query in the chat. You can post your query personally on WhatsApp. The team is there to help you. Okay. So, okay. So I think we are all set to start. So what are the concepts we are going to learn in this session? So yes, Munna. So I'll be sharing the entire course content with you shortly. Right. So this course is going to be very in-depth. I'm sure you will love it. Okay. Yeah. So let's get started, guys. So, hello, everyone. My name is Piyush Gupta. I'll give a small introduction about you. I just took a small introduction from some people, not a ragging. Yeah. Okay. So, to give a little brief about me, so I'm having around how much? 20 years of experience, basically. So, I'm originally from Punjab. I speak only two languages. I speak Hindi and English, somewhat broken also, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah. So, these are the two languages I speak. I'm currently located in Chandigarh location from Punjab. Yeah. So I've stayed in Mumbai for 10 years. Okay. So I started my career as a manual tester. Okay. So, but I was very fascinated towards coding, very fascinated towards automation. But let me tell you very honest fact. I was very afraid of Java when I got started. And I was like, हमसे नहीं हो पाएगा. I tried so many times learning Java, but it was a hopeless task for me. I know some of you are able to relate with me. Okay. So when I got started, it was a very tough journey because back then, 20 years back, there was no YouTube by guys. There was no Udemy. There were no videos. It was very hard to learn. If you had a query, there was no chat GPT back then. So it was very hard figuring things out on my own. Okay. So I was just dabbling around and I just got my first testing job. Okay. So and then back then there was a tool called as QTP. Some of you might have heard. So that was my first introduction to automation. So I fought with my manager saying that I please give me some chance, give me some chance, let me do something, right? And somehow I got into automation and then moved on to another different companies, right? But I just wanted to tell you guys, my journey, my start was completely imperfect. I was a very shy, very introverted guy, did not had good communication skills. I'm still trying to get better. Every single day I make sure that I should learn some new concepts. Okay. So, and yes, if I talk about my 20 years of journey, so it's been almost 4 or 5 times I got laid off, to be very honest. Why? So, so I've seen very tough times also, guys, because in my 20 years of career, sometimes I got a award for one of the best performing employee, and the next month I got laid off. Yeah, that is what happened. So in 2017, 2008 was my first layoff. 2017 was my second layoff as I was in Mumbai. I got a mail from HR saying that Piyush, let's have a cup of tea. When I went and met her, she said it's going to be a difficult conversation, and I understood it was my last day in that company. Then I moved to another company. It was Rolta in Mumbai, and this company was already going through a lot of crisis. So they stopped paying us salaries for next 2 or 3 months. It was very, very hard, guys. Okay. Why am I sharing with all of you? Because I just wanted you to understand that nobody's life is perfect, guys. Some of you think that, yes, I'm an automation architect, I may be making a lot of money, but deep down, you may not have seen the struggles that I've gone through. So I just wanted to tell you that I'm just like you guys. I've also seen a lot. Some of you don't have a job now. I get a call from so many people saying that, Piyush, like we are currently going through some very tough times. I don't have a job for last 6 months, 8 months. Market is going through some tough times. So I'm just sharing my story just to give you some hope that yes, if I can actually succeed, guys, you can do it too. I'm just here to help you because with my experience, because I still remember when I got started, it was very tough. There was nobody who could guide me. My manager was not at all interested in helping me and guiding me. But what I understand is like, if I can help you and be a guide or a mentor to you, I'm sure this will definitely help you. Okay. Because I believe in giving value and I understand that it is actually a game of giving value. And that is what I teach all my students. If company is paying you X, give X plus more. Why? A lot of us, especially Indians, believe in minimum mentality. If they pay you X, you want to work X minus. I will tell you to do X plus. Why? Because if even if you're doing extra work, no work actually gets wasted. Somebody will notice it. I get a lot of business from my students because they like my teaching. They actually recommend to so many other students, and I get a lot of word of mouth business. Why? I believe in giving value. Like in this, even today, there are so many people who are coming from referrals also. Yeah. So this is little bit about me and my introduction, right? So in 2017, okay, I got this laid off. In 2019, 2020, I started learning Cypress and I started giving the trainings. Was that perfect? The answer is no. But as I started giving trainings, my confidence actually improved. Okay. So I started giving Cypress trainings, and afterwards, after 1 or 2 years, I started learning Playwright and I started giving trainings. Was I perfect? The answer is definitely not. But a lot of people kept on asking me questions. I kept on diving deeper and deeper into the advanced concepts. Okay. And that is how my confidence got skyrocketed. Can I say I'm still an expert? Definitely not. I'm still not an expert, but I'm very good. And that is what I try to install this confidence in all of you that if I can get better, you can get better. Okay, right? So because this is a not just a teaching course wherein I'll be just talking, you're listening. No, it is more of a study together what group. Okay, so guys, we will be studying together. Okay, and my objective, my responsibility is to make sure that by the time we complete this course, you have this confidence that yes, I'm getting better because you will get better. That's my confidence. Okay, so now I'll share my screen. I'll talk about what exactly I have planned for today, right? So I'll be sharing the course content. I know you have a lot of questions, so I'll give you enough opportunity to ask me questions. Okay, right? So I have another training at 10:30, so I'll try to wind up this call anytime before 10, 20, 20, 25 something or slightly less than that. Okay, so I'll turn off my camera now if you have seen me, right? So now I'll start sharing my screen. Okay, so let me know, guys, if you are able to see my screen. So one sec. And yeah, okay. Is my screen able to you guys? Please confirm me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yes.
So, okay. So thank you so much, guys, for confirming. Right. So now I'll tell you something what exactly I have planned for today. Correct. So now I just wanted you to see this is me. So yeah, this is my LinkedIn profile. So I'm currently working as a test architect, right? So I've been very good with Java and JavaScript after failing in Java miserably. Okay. But I just learned one thing. The only way to face your fears is okay by actively working on it. Okay, now I'm confident in Java, but back then I was very scared. Okay, so I've started working on Playwright, Cypress. Okay, so I've trained so many people in automation since many years now. Okay, so I just and I'm a big believer in personal development. Okay. And I'll talk a lot about this throughout the course, and I'm sure you will love this, these small nuggets. Okay. So this is me, right? And now we'll talk about something, okay, which is my course content. Okay, guys. So this is the course content that I've prepared. This one, not this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, so guys, let us quickly go through the course content, what exactly I have prepared for you guys. So guys, this course is actually, I know some of you are asking this question, is it on JavaScript? Is it on TypeScript? I know you had a lot of queries. Let me clear all these doubts, okay? Firstly, this course is not just JavaScript, not just TypeScript. We will be covering JavaScript in detail so that we can get better with TypeScript, because every company is now looking for TypeScript. Okay, so every company is looking for TypeScript. So in order to learn TypeScript, we have to have very good foundation and basics of JavaScript, because TypeScript is not just another language. It is just a wrapper around JavaScript. So in order to truly learn TypeScript, you need to have basics of JavaScript. So can you skip JavaScript? The answer is no. You have to learn JavaScript. Okay. So I cannot just cover only just TypeScript, ignoring JavaScript. No, not possible only. Okay. I truly want to help you. So we have to start with JavaScript. Okay. So in JavaScript, we are covering from scratch. So even if so, somebody who told me, some of you are even having more than experience, like I'm 20 years experience. Some of you are having more than 20 plus also. I'm still treating you as a fresher in automation. Okay. Yeah. Because we are covering everything from scratch. Okay. So we'll be covering about JavaScript values, variables, difference between let const and var. This is also a very important interview question. Okay. And see, I also take a lot of interviews. Okay. And I understand the common pattern where why a lot of people actually struggle and don't clear interviews. Do you want to know why? Because most people, okay, they just have a surface level knowledge. They just know things on a very high level. Okay. And that is what I want to bridge that gap. So how to bridge that gap? By clearing the fundamentals, clearing the foundation. Because if the foundation is clear, guys, it doesn't matter which tool you are using. If you learn JavaScript and TypeScript in very much detail, you can easily move on to even other tools also. Okay. And I know a lot of people are like me, okay, or also having the same thought process that pata nahi, can I really learn this programming or not? Programming looks very difficult. I've always been a manual tester. Can I really learn programming? Can I really learn automation? I know most of you have these doubts. I was exactly like this. So guys, is it possible to learn? The answer is yes, if you are willing to learn, if you are willing to practice. Okay, right? Because there is no shortcuts, guys. So we'll start with primitive data types. We'll talk about all the different data types like strings, number, booleans, undefined, null. Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about the basic string methods. Guys, and I have prepared tons and tons of assignments for you. Okay. So we'll be talking about a lot of detailed notes. We'll be talking about assignments. So all the live classes, yes, you will get the recordings. Some of you have this question. Will I get the recordings? Yes, you will get the recordings. But yes, live classes are always the best. Okay, right? But in case if you're not able to attend because of some company commitments, some family commitments, some XYZ reason, no problem. You will get the recording the very next day. So the team processes the recording and they share with you the very next day. Okay, yeah. So, and yes, these recordings are for lifetime. So they will add you into a proper WhatsApp group wherein only the enrolled people would be there. Okay. And then they'll be creating a separate, you can say private YouTube channel, and they'll be giving special access to only the enrolled people. Okay. So you will get the recording access for lifetime. Okay. So we'll be covering all the basic string methods, template literals, which is specifically in JavaScript. It is not there in Java. Okay. So we'll talk about the basics, guys. Okay, because I want to clear your foundation. I want to eliminate this thing from a dictionary that yes, automation is difficult. After this course, you can never say this. I have this confidence. You cannot say this, guys. Especially in my class, you will never be able to say automation is difficult. No, if you are learning, if you are practicing, you will have to get better. Okay. And then we'll start with comparison operators. Here we'll talk about double equal to, triple equal to, very important interview question. So guys, see, yes, I'm talking about interview questions, but my focus is not to make you clear interviews. Why? My focus is to clear the fundamentals and foundation. If the foundation is already in place, clearing interviews is automatic. I hope you are getting. I'm not focused on clearing your interviews because my focus is to clear the fundamentals. If the fundamentals are clear, interview clearing should be easy, automatic. You won't even have to think about it. Okay. So we'll talk about type conversion. We'll talk about type of operator, control flow, all these things, all the basics, guys. So I'm teaching for last many years. I know what is required from interview and from projects perspective. So we'll be covering everything. You think about a topic and it is there. As simple as that. Okay, right? So we'll be talking about logical operators, truthy, falsy values. Okay, capture collection of data with arrays. I talk to a lot of people and I ask them what are arrays, what are objects. Most people just tell me this bookish answer. Okay, sir, if I create multiple values in a one container or something, that is an array. I say, fine, tell me a real use case. Tell me the problem what array solves. Again, surface level, deep level knowledge. Okay, so we'll talk about the deep level, what problem arrays actually solve. The other day, there was this girl who actually messaged me. We are parallelly running a weekend batch as well. So she actually messaged me the other day saying that, Piyush, for the first time, I I was able to understand object-oriented programming. I saw so many YouTube videos, so many stuff, but I could never understand the object-oriented programming hai kya? How do I really learn object-oriented programming? What is the real need for using object-oriented programming? We'll talk about the problems first. This is how I like to teach. I don't just jump to the concept. I like to tell the problem first and how this concept is solving that problem, guys. Okay, so we'll be talking about arrays in depth. We'll talk about push, pop, all these different methods, guys, whatever are required. Correct? We'll talk about all these methods. Most important concept, pointer concept. This is where a lot of people struggle. If I was your interviewer, I will ask you this question just to see how much automation experience you truly have. Okay. I'll give you a scenario based problem related to the pointers. This is a pointer concept. Guys, this is a very, very important concept. 99% people are not able to answer this question. Okay. We'll talk about this in detail. Then we'll move on to objects. So people who are coming from Selenium background, okay, they just think we can create object only from a class. But in JavaScript and TypeScript, okay, so we can create standalone objects. And how does objects differ from arrays? We'll talk about. What are the problems that array cannot even solve that we need an object? Yes, we will learn in that. So guys, you should know in real projects when to use normal variables, when to use array, when to use object. That is where most people struggle. We'll not just learn array and object, but still you are having this confusion. Kab kya use karu? No, you should know when to use array, when to use object. That is what we'll learn. Okay, so we'll talk about creating and manipulating objects, nested objects, because in API testing, like some of you were asking, do we cover API testing? Oh, yes, in very much detail. Okay, and today only I was basically upgrading a lot of my course content because I I'm a big time believer in upgrading myself. Okay, so just today, since last 1 week, I'm actually upgrading my entire API testing course. How can I make it better, simpler, and make it more towards you can say real projects? Okay, after working in this API testing, okay, you will get a full confidence that yes, you can easily test APIs with Playwright also. So Playwright fully support API testing. Selenium does not, and we'll keep on comparing between Selenium and Playwright. So to be honest, even if yes, market is going towards Playwright is going big time, guys, big time, and I'll show you very soon. Okay, so there's a heavy market of Playwright. Let me quickly show you that. So if you still have some doubts, let me show you. We have this wonderful website called NPM Trends. Here you can compare the download packages. Okay, let us see some interesting figures over here. I'm searching for Selenium, guys. Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so I'm just looking to see how many people are downloading Selenium in last 1 year. Okay, and it is giving me a raw data. So, okay, if I look at this number, February 22nd, how many? It is 18 lakh something. Okay, good one. Let us compare Cypress. Cypress is also pretty, you can say, powerful and popular automation tool. Cypress. Yeah. So before giving Playwright trainings, I was giving Cypress trainings only. Okay. Now look at this. This is Selenium. This is Cypress. Blue is Selenium, orange is Cypress. So Cypress, look at the downloads. Okay. So guys, during this December end, I hope you all know everybody goes on a holiday. So there's a big dip. Okay. But if you look at this, Selenium 18 lakhs, Cypress 67 lakhs. So almost how much? 3 times more downloads of Cypress. Let us compare Playwright. Look at this now. Hmm. See, guys, I think there is no brainer, right? I think you all can understand what is going on. Correct? This green line is your Playwright. If you look at this, any particular day, say January 25th, I'm just taking a random date. As of January 25, how many downloads Playwright has? Look at this. It is 34. It is 34 lakhs. No, no, no. It is 3 crore 49 lakhs. How much? I think almost 5 to 6 times more than Cypress. And how many times more than Selenium? I think you all can calculate. This is your Playwright. Let me just take you back, let's say 5 years or maybe all time. Look at this. See, guys, 2021, nobody knew Playwright. 22, still nobody really knew Playwright. Around 23, 24, this is where Playwright started jumping, guys. Okay. right? So if industry is going towards this transition, okay, it is this particular graph is telling us something. Okay, so guys, we should be a part of the growth. I don't want you to just stay behind and just look at Playwright's growth from outside. We should be a part of the Playwright growth. Okay, and it has some incredible, powerful features. And the best thing about Selenium is, Playwright is very beginner friendly. Like I get a lot of questions from people, especially from Selenium background. Okay. Maybe some people ask me, Piyush, I'm beginner in automation. Okay. I'm just trying to learn automation. So what do you recommend? Should I start with Selenium or should I start with Playwright? That's a very good question, guys. And I keep on getting this question very frequently. You know what my answer is? Some of you will guess it is Playwright, but the answer is, let me tell you. My answer is, I ask them a question first. Is coding natural to you? Are you good with coding? Okay. Does coding come natural to you? If people say coding comes natural to me, then I tell them, then go with Selenium and Java. Because Selenium and Java is more like a developer friendly tool. Okay. But if you are like me, very much scared, and you still really want to learn coding, but you're not very comfortable with Java and you're still afraid, okay, then start with Playwright with JavaScript and TypeScript. Why? It is a more beginner friendly tool. The syntax is very simpler compared to Selenium. Okay. And it is easy to learn. Okay. So that is my reply, guys. So there is no one size fit all answer. Okay, right? So this is very, very important for you to understand. Okay, so today only I was having a call with somebody. He found me on LinkedIn and it was actually a paid call. So he had me for around 35 minutes. It was basically a career guidance call. So he was actually telling me, Piyush, I jumped from one tutorial to another YouTube tutorial to another. And I just jump from one tutorial to another, but I'm getting lost. I don't know what exactly is happening. I'm jobless for last 8 months. I don't know what is happening. Okay, that is a problem. Sometimes information overload is also not good, guys. I just told him one thing: start with one and just complete it. Don't just jump from one to second, second to third. You will never complete anything. So, same recommendation I'll give to you guys. Everybody starts courses, but only less than 10% people actually complete it. I'm being very open and honest. Now, you want to be a part of 90% or you want to be a part of the 10% and increase this number. The choice is yours. Okay. So most people are good starters, they're not finishers. You want to be a finisher guy. You want to be a finisher. This is about Playwright, guys. Correct? Now, another important question a lot of people ask me. Okay. So this is one question I really want to share. So this is one question that was asked in my last batch in the same demo class. Okay. So that question was, so this person told me, Piyush, we are seeing a lot of changes into the IT industry regarding AI and ML tester and overall boom happening in the Indian market about AI. How do you see AI or ML tester role and opportunity in coming months for same domain? Guys, before I answer this question, please tell me, is anyone having a similar question? Be very open and honest. Post yes in the chat if you're having a similar question. Are we also having this feeling, is AI going to take our jobs? What is the future of AI? How much should we learn about AI? Oh, see, I'm getting so many yeses. See, right? So, guys, that is one point I wanted to tell all of you. Guys, AI is growing big time. Okay. So, AI is not going to take away our jobs, to be honest. But yes, we want to grow along with AI. Okay. So, let me tell you something. AI and ML is definitely growing, and there will be a lot of products and startups in this space. Correct? But that does not mean traditional QA and dev roles will suddenly disappear. So, what is truly changing is the nature of the work, not the need for testers. So, AI tools can help in generating test cases. Yes. It can help you create automation scripts faster. Yes. It can help you find pattern in bugs, improve your productivity. But AI cannot understand the business logic properly. Okay, AI cannot think like a real user. You companies still need a good user, a good automation tester. Okay, AI cannot validate real world scenarios. AI cannot take responsibility. That part is still belonging to humans, guys. Okay, right? So how should you approach as a tester? Okay, this is my recommendation, guys. You should learn how to use AI as a tool, but you should never fear it. For example, you should use AI to write better automation scripts. You should use AI to analyze failures and for basically using your test data and documentation. So testers who combine manual plus automation plus AI tools will be in strong demand. That is what I say. So you should not fear AI. You should embrace AI. Okay. Yeah. So those who just do basic manual work and do not upgrade, So it will be very tough for those people. So my suggestion is do not chase AI tester just because it is trending. Become strong in automation first. Become strong in API testing, CI/CD, framework design. Most importantly, problem solving, guys. Okay. Yeah. Then slowly add AI tools to your skill set. In coming months and years, QA is not disappearing, guys. It is not going anywhere. Developers will not disappear. Average roles will reduce. Skilled and adaptable people will still grow. Technology will keep on changing. Okay, so people who learned and adapted will always survive. So focus on upgrading skills and not worrying about replacement. That is the safest long term strategy. Okay, right? So don't worry, guys. I'm with you. Basically, I'll be. See, this course is not just a learning course. This is more of a mentorship program. That is why a lot of people join. Why? Because they are looking for guidance and support, not just for learning Playwright. If you truly just want to learn Playwright, you can go outside YouTube, Udemy. There are so many courses out there, right? Why are you joining this course? Because you are looking for some structured guidance. That is a thing, guys. Okay. You're looking for mentorship that you're not getting from a manager or nobody. Okay. In fact, your manager is not interested in your growth. My manager is not interested in my growth. It is your responsibility. In my case, it's mine. Correct. Moving on. Okay. So look at this. After completing the objects, we'll cover all the different loops, okay, including the modern loops like for off and for in. These are modern loops available in JavaScript and TypeScript. Okay, so every valid JavaScript code is valid TypeScript code. Yeah. So if you're learning JavaScript, okay, fully 90% TypeScript you have already learned. But small things that are truly there only for TypeScript, we will cover later on. Okay, so after covering basic JavaScript, we'll move on to intermediate JavaScript. We'll start with functions, basically each and every stuff, guys. Arrow functions, also an important interview question. I'll be giving you a lot of exercises for practice. Okay, we'll talk about global scope, local scope, all the different things that are needed in real-time projects. We'll talk about block scope, function scope, callback functions. Very powerful feature in Playwright and JavaScript. Okay, so you will be using this callback functions even in Playwright. So we will be taking good examples for this. Okay, we'll be talking about for each map, filter, array methods, and then some modern JavaScript features like default parameters, spread, destructure. Very powerful feature, guys. You have to learn this concept. You cannot ignore it. Okay. In real automation, you will have to destructure arrays and objects. And this is a separate section, guys, but we will be covering this throughout. So we'll be not just learning it separately, interview preparation and logic building. That is where most people struggle with. Okay. So I'll be breaking it down in throughout this course that logic building is not difficult. It is it is just like building a muscle, guys. Okay. So it is just one day at a time. Okay. So we'll be talking about introduction to logic building. We'll be covering good programs to enhance the coding skills. Okay. So by the time you're done, you will have good command on the logic building. And most importantly, you will learn from experience. Okay. How to develop the right thought process when it comes to coding. Okay. You never want to memorize the solution, guys. That is a worst strategy. Okay. You never want to memorize stuff. You want to understand the problem so that if any problem comes nearby this particular problem, you can easily solve it. Okay. And then we'll move on to advanced JavaScript. We'll talk about object-oriented programming. I know some of you are very scared about OOPS. What is OOPS? What is constructors inheritance? I started learning, but I could never figure out. Don't worry, I will make you good. I have this confidence that yes, okay, I will make you good. You will be able to understand for the first time what is the need for using OOPS, what is the problem with traditional programming, and why do I need object-oriented programming. We'll talk about the mysterious this keyword. A lot of people don't know what is this keyword all about. This is there even in Java. And finally, something specially for Playwright and JavaScript only. This is not there in Java. Very important interview question as well. What is synchronous code and how is it different from asynchronous? Promises, callbacks, async await, error handling, because we will use all of this heavily in Playwright. Okay. After covering JavaScript, we'll move on to TypeScript, guys. We'll cover in depth about TypeScript. Whatever is needed from project point of view, we will cover everything. Okay. Right. And even after jumping to Playwright, we will create a Playwright with TypeScript project only, not JavaScript. So we'll cover everything in TypeScript. So if JavaScript is clear, we can easily learn TypeScript. Okay. Then we'll also move to VS Code IDE. Some of you are probably learning coding for the first time. We'll set up everything from scratch. We will learn what are the essential VS Code plugins. Okay. Basically, how to set up VS Code even if you are probably opening VS Code for the very first time. Okay. After learning VS Code, we'll move on to Playwright. We'll install Node.js, VS Code. Guys, some of you don't know how to install Node.js and VS Code. I have prepared a document for you. So this document has screenshots, everything, step-by-step instruction. Some of you are probably working on your personal or private laptops, not your official laptops. I don't know. So different people have their different thought process, right? So I have this document already prepared. I am going to share this document with you because I know this is very, very useful for most of you. Okay. So I've shared in the chat, guys, for all of you. Okay. So now, using this document, you can install VS Code, you can install your what Node.js and even Playwright. Okay, so you can best just go through all of this document. See, everything is written step by step, including the screenshots. You can easily follow it. You can install VS Code from scratch, guys. Then you can install Node.js and afterwards VS Code. Okay, so whether you are on a Windows machine or a Mac machine does not matter. Everything is mentioned here. Correct? Now, what we need to do is we have written installation of Playwright. How do we install Playwright? Including screenshot, everything is written here. Everything is written. You just go to this document. This will be very, very useful. So, guys, I'll be giving you in-depth notes about JavaScript and TypeScript. Yeah. So we'll be covering all these notes. Okay. So it'll be very, very useful for you. Okay, so this document, just keep it handy. So I'll be preparing a drive link. I'll be adding all the class files, all the notes, all the assignments. Okay, in that same drive link that I'll be sharing with the enrolled people. So you can go to that drive link. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is a document for you guys. Now, moving on. We will starting from scratch, guys. Even if you know nothing about Playwright, we'll install the Playwright browsers from scratch. We will create our very first test case from scratch. You will love it. So even if you have never coded before, okay. So we'll see some example. Today I'll show you how to create your very first Playwright script, even if you have zero knowledge about coding. This will give you a lot of confidence that yes, coding is not that difficult. It is easy. Okay. We'll understand the Playwright configuration file. We'll talk about the Playwright architecture. Very, very powerful thing. How Playwright is different from Selenium. It is also an important interview question. Sometimes people don't ask you directly, tell me the architecture of Playwright and compare with Selenium. They ask you in different ways. They ask you, what are the challenges maybe Selenium has and that I usually solve with Playwright, or how Selenium is different from Playwright. Something, I don't know. Okay, right? So we'll cover this in depth, guys. So how Playwright has a WebSocket architecture. Guys, we are talking over Zoom, right? This is a WebSocket connection. You can listen to me, I can listen to you at the same time. This is a bi-directional communication. Selenium doesn't work that way. It is not two-way connection. It is a single-way connection. That is why Selenium is slower. We'll talk about this in the architecture part. So even though this course is on Playwright, at least you should have basic Selenium knowledge because in interviews, Selenium is treated like a standard, guys. Okay. So it is expected that you should know at least the high level basics. We will cover those, whatever is needed. Okay. So we'll talk about the all the important features like inspector tool, reporting. We'll create the test structure from scratch, understanding the modules and import, guys. This is very, very important. Okay. We'll learn how to do cross browser testing in Playwright, how to execute the test cases in parallel mode. Okay. We'll understand the inbuilt parallel execution, how to create scripts in package of JSON, because this is something we use in real projects. So guys, this course is designed in such a way that you should be able to work as an individual contributor. If you study well, if you attend the classes regularly, for sure you will have to get better. There's no option. Okay, for you not to get better, you will have to get better. And then we'll talk about the DOM elements. Why do a lot of people struggle with automation? Because they don't know the right way of identifying elements. Okay, yeah. So we'll cover a lot of advanced strategies how to identify elements. Okay, not just with ID and class. This is something everybody knows, but we'll cover very advanced scenarios also. Locators are supported by Playwright. Okay, handling the promises, very, very important thing. Automating, one of the USPs of Playwright. Why a lot of projects are moving from Selenium to Playwright because of this auto waiting and stable feature. Okay, right? We'll talk about difference between headless headed mode, debugging in Playwright, different type of assertions. Especially we'll dive deeper into auto waiting mechanism. This is something we'll do throughout the course. Okay, right? We'll be also learning a lot of VS Code shortcuts. Okay, throughout this course. And then, okay, we'll talk about how do we create page object model design pattern. Okay, very, very important part in the Playwright framework. Okay, how do we create or basically organize our test cases using the POM, the page object model. Some of you must have heard, some of you may not even know. We'll cover everything from scratch and we will use TypeScript only, not JavaScript. And how Playwright is better than Selenium handling, you can say, unstable elements. This is unique to Playwright. These 7 inbuilt locators we will study in depth. Record and playback, this is okay, right? This is a very okay type of feature. Why? Because this is about recording and playback. Nobody really uses recording, playback, and real automation, but this is for beginners. They just love it. Why? Because even though you have zero knowledge, you can still create any test case within a matter of minutes because of this recording and playback tool. We will look at this as well. Okay. And then we'll talk about the UI mode, runner, traces feature. We'll talk about how to handle different type of elements, text boxes, check boxes, so many different features, drop downs, alerts, check boxes, web tables. And okay, we'll even cover some advanced scenarios also. Okay, static single option drop downs, different type of alerts, how to understand the table, guys. Very, very important part. Using loops, playwrights inbuilt filter. Okay, different between this click, check, uncheck methods. Very, very important thing. Mouse events. We'll also talk about some keyboard events, uploading files, handling the child windows. In Selenium, we have to switch to child windows. Some of you know it. Okay. But in Playwright, this is a very different concept. Okay. And yes, this is one section you were talking about, API testing. Okay. And this is the section I was revamping for the last 1 week. And now this is completely upgraded than the previous batches. This part is going to be very, very industry focused, completely relevant, and just like how you do work in your real time projects. Okay. This part is completely revamped because I also keep on learning, guys. I also keep on getting better. Okay. So also keep continuously upgrading this course. So the previous batch is good. This is going to be even better. Yeah. So we'll also talk about visual testing. This is not functional testing, guys. Visual testing. Visual testing means taking screenshots, okay, right? Comparing the screenshot with the previous and the later one, capturing only a special area or a full page screenshot. We don't have this feature in Selenium. Okay, specific element screenshot, pixel by pixel comparison. Okay, this is something very powerful feature. As a human, you can't do pixel by pixel. Playwright can do it. We are going to cover some important interview questions. Okay, some complex UI scenarios, working with complex calendars, working with shadow DOM and iframes, working with the pagination table. Okay, so there are some interview questions that my students usually keep on sharing. If required, I can even add some more during the course. Yes, it is not like whatever I've written, I'll cover only these. Whatever I've written, I have to cover, plus I can cover even more. Okay. And then playwright framework features. This is what most people want. Okay. How do we implement the page object pattern, data driven testing, parameterization, understanding configuration file, retry feature in playwright, recording screenshots, videos, understanding workers, basically parallelism, how this parallelism truly work in playwright. You should understand things, guys. We will not understand things on a high level. We will understand things on a much more granular detail level. Okay, run and skip, command line arguments, different type of HTML reporting, guys, with the trace logs. Okay, yeah. So this is something we'll cover, guys. Creating custom scripts, and very important. Most people ask me, are we going to cover CI/CD integration? Oh yes, absolutely. Without CI/CD concepts, no automation course is ever complete. So we will be covering Jenkins. So we'll be integrating our Playwright framework with Jenkins, and we will learn how do we run our test cases not locally but through Jenkins. Okay, CI/CD. I know this looks very difficult sounding words, CI, continuous integration, but we'll keep it very simple. And the best practices for framework development. Very important part. And finally, most people ask me, are we covering AI? Yes, we will be covering AI. We will be talking about what is generative AI. Okay, right? For most of the people. So according to them, Gen AI or AI is ChatGPT only. No, guys, AI is not just ChatGPT. That is just tip of the iceberg. You should know lot more things in detail, guys. Okay, so we'll be talking about GitHub Copilot. How do we install them? How do we use GitHub Copilot like we use in the real projects? Okay, we'll be talking about AI with copy prompt, very latest feature in Playwright. MCP server. I'm sure some of you must have heard. Okay. Nowadays it is getting very trending topic on LinkedIn also. Model context protocol, MCP. And how do we generate test cases using AI? Okay. So this is like magic. So we will see this magic towards the end of the course. So guys, what should you expect from this course? Okay, by the end of this course, you will be able to do all of this. So I expect you to go through this particular course content in detail. Okay, so if something is not covered, okay, and if you still think that should add value, do let me know. We can even add those things also because this course is not for me, it is for you. It should add a lot of value, like my previous batches. Okay, so you should be able to perform cross-browser testing. You will get very confident in UI automation testing. Okay, and you can structure and maintain test suites. Important thing, look at this. Handle the advanced scenarios. You should be able to basically work independent, right? Integrate tests with CI/CD and analyze the failures and improve test stability, like a senior person will do. A junior person can't do all of it. Okay, honestly, junior person can't do all of it. Okay, so these are some bonus materials that I'll be sharing. Okay, so this part we'll talk about this later. So guys, the overall duration, I know some of you have this question. It is, I've written 40 hours, but it usually crosses this. Okay, so look at this part. Okay, so do you need any prior programming knowledge? No. Even if you are complete fresher, zero knowledge in automation, this is still going to be very, very useful. So can I improve my programming skills? Absolutely. Will you get the recordings? Yes. And these are for lifetime. If you miss a session, no worry. You will get the recording. Okay, you can watch at your convenience. You can't, I mean, pause me in the live class, but in your recordings, you have the option to shut me down. Okay, so the duration of course, so it usually takes 40 plus hours, but it can go anywhere up. Okay, will assignments be shared? Oh yes, there are a lot of assignments will be shared. If you are able to solve those, you need more, let me know, I'll share more. Okay, so is it theory based or practical? See, theory based is going to be very boring. I like to keep it interactive, so it should be, it is, everything is practical. No copy paste code, we'll write everything from scratch. Okay, so we'll be covering what all tools, we'll be covering CI/CD, best practices, very, very important part. Real time project challenges. That is what, see, as an automation architect, I've seen so many things in my 20 years of career. So I'll be sharing all the real time project challenges. Basically, this is important. Okay, so will it help you to showcase automation knowledge? Absolutely. Okay. Do you think I can crack automation interviews? So if you are attending classes regularly, studying and practicing well, and doing the assignments, yes, absolutely. Clearing automation interviews should be simple. So that is what I'm saying. If you get good, clearing interviews is automatic. So yes, we provide a certification as well. Okay, so the team is going to provide the certification once the course is over. And yes, there will be a support even after the course ends. It's not like Tata bye bye after this course. No, no, no. Okay, I believe in the power of networking, and that is what I'll keep on teaching you throughout the course. Okay, so even after this course gets over, you will have access to me. You can stay connected with me. Okay, you will have my WhatsApp number. Let me share my WhatsApp number with you all. It is 7738532684. I just posted in the chat. Okay, so I don't do mock interviews because it is a very time consuming job. But if you need any help, if you need any interview questions, because there are a lot of students of mine who keep on sharing interview questions with me, I'm happy to share, Rakesh. Okay, so if you need more and more questions, I can keep on sharing. I get so many such questions from my students. Okay, so I can share. Okay, welcome, Rakesh. So yeah, so I think I'm able to answer most of the questions. Okay. So, and this is the document for you guys. Okay. So what else I wanted to cover? Okay. So guys, now let us start with a small scenario seeing the difference between JavaScript and TypeScript. Okay. So now let us actually get to learn some good things. Okay. So guys, now let us learn JavaScript and TypeScript. So look at this. I'm opening google.com. Okay. So I'm right clicking and clicking on inspect. Okay. So guys, please tell me, I'm about to write some code here. Please tell me, is this Java? Is it Python? Is it JavaScript? Whatever you know, I'm not here to judge you. I'm only here to help you. Okay. So if I write some code here, let's say let number equal to 50.
JavaScript.
Yes. Sorry, come again.
JavaScript.
Okay. So Gaurav is saying JavaScript. What about others? Is it JavaScript? Is it Python, Java, or something? You can post in the chat. You can even unmute. You can let me know. Okay. So Kirti Singh JavaScript. Oh, yes. Okay. Dipali Singh Python. Okay. So Dipali, this is not Python. This is JavaScript. Okay. So Deepa, Aarti, Dhanshri, Pranali, so many of you, right? Yes, this is JavaScript. Okay. So why? Because your browser automatically understands Node.js, guys. Okay, so we are about to learn a new concept called as Node.js. What is Node.js? Okay, we are covering from scratch, guys. So in simple words, let's say I want to run Java on my computer. Okay, in order to run Java on my machine, I need something called as JRE, Java Runtime Environment. Correct? Now, if I want to run JavaScript on my machine, I need something called as Node.js. Okay, so GRE is for Java, Node.js is basically for JavaScript. This is something you need to understand. In my machine, I already have Node.js. Okay, let me show it to you. Okay, so now let me share my terminal as well. So guys, I'm on a Mac machine. So yes, I'm talking about terminal. I'm sure you are able to see the terminal now. Let me increase the font size. So how do you check if you have Node.js? Guys, you can run this along with me. If you are on Windows machine, open your command prompt and type this command. It will work for you even in Windows. Node space dash V. Look at this. This is my Node version. Okay, so it means Node.js is installed. It means I can run JavaScript on my machine. Okay, so imagine if it is a brand new laptop that you just bought. Can you still run JavaScript? No, you need to install Node.js first. But if you are working on your browser, you don't even need Node.js. Why? Browsers have their own execution environment. You don't even need Node.js. That is one concept you need to learn. Okay, browsers have their own JavaScript execution engine. You don't need Node.js inside browser, but outside browser, you need Node.js. For example, if I'm running code in VS Code, okay, see, VS Code is just a tool, okay, right? In order to run JavaScript outside the browser, inside VS Code, I need Node.js. Okay, that is why I have shared this document for you, which clearly has everything: how to install Node.js, how to install VS Code, how to install Playwright. Correct? So, this is our first introduction to JavaScript. Now, okay, what else we gonna do now? So, okay, so guys, let us install the Playwright first. I'll show you a couple of things. I'll show you some powerful extensions that is something you all need to install. Okay, so if possible, do it along with me. I'll be going at a very moderate pace. You can easily go along with me. Okay, let us install Playwright from scratch. Okay, so guys, let us do it. Hmm. Okay, so I'll show you my, okay, one sec, guys. So in the documents, one sec. Hmm, Playwright training. One sec. Yeah, so okay. I think you should be able to see my entire screen now. Okay, right? So look at this, guys. Hmm. Some of you are posting chat. Yeah, perfect. Okay, guys, if possible, do it along with me. This is very fun. Okay, so look at this, guys. Okay, so I'm in a new folder. I'm creating a new folder. Please do it along with me. It doesn't matter if you're on Windows or Mac, you can easily do it. Okay, so let us do it together. And I'm sure this will be a lot of fun. So I'm creating a new folder called Playwright. Okay, so it is March. So I'm saying Playwright March. Okay, batch. Okay, so I've created an empty folder called Playwright March. This is my VS Code. And guys, in VS Code, I can open multiple windows. How? Just click on File and New Window. So if VS Code is already installed, you can do this. Okay. If it is not installed, just relax and just see what exactly we are doing. Correct. So what I'll do is I'll see how to open any folder in VS Code. Guys, we are covering from scratch. Just drag and drop. This is so simple. Even a beginner can do it. Just drag and drop. See what is happening? I'm able to successfully open this folder. Okay. So guys, this is it. Okay. And by default, Copilot is there also. Okay. I don't need Copilot, especially if I'm a beginner. Why? I want to think, because Copilot will not even let me think. It will give me so many suggestions that it will simply block my brain from thinking. I don't want that. So for now, I'll click on this Copilot and I'll snooze it for some time. Snooze means I'm saying, please just shut off. Okay. Don't disturb me for next 1 hour or something. That is the meaning of snooze. Okay. So by default, the font size is slightly smaller. Okay. So on Windows, you can press Control and plus. On Mac, you can press Command and plus. See, I can increase or decrease the font size. Whatever is comfortable for you, just do it. Okay. Right. So this is an empty folder, guys. Correct. So what we'll do now, firstly, we'll understand the small difference between JavaScript and TypeScript. Okay. So let me clear a simple file. Let's say test.js. How do I create a JavaScript file? Just create any file name with .js extension. This is mandatory. Name can be anything, but this extension has to be JS. Okay. Please do it along with me. Okay. I hope you guys are able to understand. This is very simple. Okay. Now, what I'll do is I'll create a variable in JavaScript, let number equal to 15. Okay, right? So this is how what I can do. And the problem with JavaScript is, let me show you. See, this variable is holding a number, right? I'm creating a variable number and assigning this value 15. Now, unfortunately in JavaScript, I can even add a string also. See, hi, this is allowed in JavaScript, which is the biggest reason why I don't want to use JavaScript, because this can lead to a lot of bugs, issues in my code. Okay, today it's a number, tomorrow I can store a string. So JavaScript is okay, is not stricter like Java and other languages. I want to have a stricter language. That is the reason I want to use TypeScript. Now, this part is allowed in JavaScript. Let us do the same thing in TypeScript. Okay, so guys, I'm just giving you a very high level idea. Why do I need TypeScript? Okay, this is fun. You can even do this along with me. If TypeScript is installed, then only you can do this. Otherwise, you will not be able to do. So now let me create a file called typescript.ts. So guys, on my machine, TypeScript is already installed. So later in this course, I'll explain you all the steps. How do we install TypeScript? Okay. So now in TypeScript, let me do the same thing. So let me create a similar variable. Let's call it num. Okay. I'm storing a value of, let's say, 15 only. What is this? Same variable num, which has this value 15. Now, can I change this value to a different type, say string or maybe a boolean? Okay. The answer is no, you cannot. And even if you try doing it, see, num equal to true. Immediately TypeScript is throwing an error. See, look at this. So if you just move your mouse on the error, look at this. Type boolean is not assignable to type number. Okay, so TypeScript is very, very stricter about it, guys. That is the reason you want to use TypeScript and not JavaScript. So if I'm getting such errors, immediately I'll fix my code, no? But in JavaScript, okay, I'll run my code, then I realize, oh, I made this mistake. So basically, I'm wasting a lot of time in debugging. Okay, so in order to avoid wasting this time, okay, and basically use a better language, that is the reason I'm using TypeScript. So look at this now. TypeScript is just a wrapper built around JavaScript. And guys, did you notice I just spoke and this code is written? So I'm using an AI tool for this. Okay, so you guys, probably some of you may know about this, probably some of you may not know it. Okay, if you know it, post in the chat. If not, I'll reveal this after 2 or 3 days. Okay, this the name of this AI tool. It is very, very handy. Okay, so JavaScript is just a wrapper built around TypeScript is a wrapper built around JavaScript. To truly learn TypeScript, you have to have good knowledge about JavaScript first, then only you can master TypeScript. Okay, so I hope you have seen a big difference between JavaScript and TypeScript. That is the reason why companies want TypeScript, because let me write for you. TypeScript is very stricter. It has static checking, which JavaScript does not have. Okay, I don't want to type only now. I'm very lazy now after this. Okay, so guys, I hope you are getting this is the problem with JavaScript and why do I want TypeScript. Now let us install Playwright. Okay, so guys, okay, so the first thing, okay, before installing Playwright, I want you to have some simple extensions. First extension that I want you to download is the Code Runner extension. What you want to do is click on this particular button on the left, extensions button, search for Code Runner. Just type code space runner. Okay. Yeah. And you'll see this orange icon by Junhan. Click on this. You will see an install button. In my case, it is already installed. In your case, just click on install. It will install Code Runner. Correct? Yeah. So now after installing Code Runner, you will see this play button. Okay. This play button is very helpful. It means whatever code you are writing, suppose you have written this JavaScript code and you want to execute it. Okay. So how do I execute JavaScript code? Very easy. Just hit the play button. That's it. Nothing else. See, I'm hitting the play button. I'm getting this output. Okay. So how am I getting this output? Because of this code runner extension. Okay. So is anyone able to install successfully? Just post in the chat if you're able to install it. I know some of you are seeing this extension for the first time. This is very powerful extension, guys. Okay. Yes, Aarti, very good. Anyone else other than Aarti? Please let me know. Okay, so we'll be talking, basically we'll be covering a lot of things, guys, around these things. Okay, so we should have a very good confidence how to use VS Code. Okay, this is how professionals actually use VS Code. Okay, yeah. So now let us install Playwright. How do we install Playwright? Okay, first thing you need to understand, VS Code has its own integrated terminal. What do I mean by this? It simply means I don't have to go outside VS Code. See, I have an outside terminal. Like in your machine, if you are using Windows, you have a command prompt. But do you really have to go to command prompt outside VS Code? No, because VS Code has its own integrated terminal. Okay, so just click on terminal, new terminal, and see, you have a terminal right inside. And because why it is showing me one problem, this red color means there is some issue. Why? Okay, because I just told you, right? This part is giving an issue. How do I comment it? Just write two forward slashes. That's it. And the error is gone. See, problems is also gone. So let's install Playwright. So guys, if Node.js is installed, you can run this command npm init playwright @latest. Just hit enter. Okay. Now it is asking you a couple of options. It is asking you which language you want to use, TypeScript or JavaScript. Okay. I want to use TypeScript. So I will not use the down arrow key for JavaScript. No, no, no. I'll use the TypeScript only. Just hit enter. Okay. Now it is asking you where to put your end-to-end test cases. In simple words, it is asking me which is the folder which is going to store all the automation test cases that I'll be creating. And that folder is called as test. So you don't want to make any change. Just hit enter to select the default option. Okay. Don't make any change. Just hit enter. Okay. Now it is asking you add a GitHub Actions workflow. This part is related to CI. So we are not talking about CI/CD for now. So you can simply hit F on your keyboard. F means false. See, I'm selecting F means it has selected false. Next option. Next option. Playwright is asking you, do you want me to install Playwright specific browsers? So guys, Playwright gives you its own browsers that you can use. Okay, so yes, I have my own browsers. I have my own Chrome, I have my own Edge, I have my Safari. So these are my already installed browsers. But Playwright tells me that, hey, I'm giving you my own browsers which are fully stable, very powerful, and work seamlessly with Playwright. Okay, and I have to install them. Okay, I have to install them. So here you don't have a choice. You just go with the true, the default option. So if you are doing it for the first time, it might take 10 minutes. Okay, because it is going to download all the browsers. In my case, I keep on giving these trainings, correct? So in my case, it is already downloaded the browser, so it will not download again. I'll simply hit enter. And see, in my case, it is doing couple of things. And see, I'm looking for this message called happy hacking. And look at, observe guys on the left. The Playwright framework is created, guys. How much time it took me? I think less than 3 or 4 minutes. Please confirm me, guys, if anyone is getting this option called happy hacking. And you are able to see the same folder structure on the left, except this test.js and TypeScript. These are the files I created myself. Okay. Please confirm me in the chat if anyone is getting this. Okay. So this is not difficult, guys. This is quite simple. Okay. So even in Playwright, once we'll move on to Playwright, again, we'll do the same thing. Okay. So don't worry. If something is not clear, we will cover each and everything from scratch. Okay. Yeah. So this is my Playwright framework, guys. Hopefully you guys are getting. Okay. Yeah. So any questions, guys, around this topic? Feel free to ask me. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help. I'll be happy to answer. Yes. Any questions? No? Okay, now let us basically create our very first test case from scratch. So this is very interesting part, guys. Okay, so now I'll show you how to create your very first test case from scratch, even if you know nothing about coding, nothing about Playwright. So look at this folder, test folder. This is the same folder, okay, what Playwright was asking me. And this is a sample file given by Playwright. I hope you all can understand this is my first test case, my automation test case. This is my second automation test case, guys. Correct? So what I'll do now, I'll just copy this test. Okay, I'll just copy this test. I'll just put it here. Okay, and I'll give a better name. Let's call it my first test case. Okay, so I'm creating my very first test case from scratch. Okay, so what I'll do is, so guys, we have this website. Okay, some of you might have seen. Okay, let us automate the Orange HRM login page. This is super simple, guys. Very, very easy. So look at this part. I'm taking this URL. Okay, I'm copying this URL and just putting inside page.goto. I think we all can understand what is the, okay, let me just, yeah. Okay, I think you all can understand what is the meaning of this line. I'm simply telling Playwright, please visit this page. I think this is very English like, no? Please visit this page. Okay, and now I'll remove everything. I'll remove everything. Okay. So even if you're listening in recording or probably seeing this tomorrow or day after, just write this await page dot pause. What is the meaning of this line? I'm simply telling Playwright, please pause so that I can take over from here. Okay. So guys, what I'll do now, okay, I'll simply use test dot only here. Don't worry if these words are not making sense. We are not even learning Playwright for now. I'm just giving you some confidence that yes, how to create the very first test case. Okay. So just add this line. Now open the terminal. We have a shortcut, control and backtick. Some of you may not know where is the backtick key on your keyboard. It is, I will not tell you. I'll tell you maybe tomorrow actually. So, okay. So I'm opening control and backtick key. So I'm pressing control and L to clear the terminal. So guys, we'll be learning a lot of these shortcuts. Control L will clear the terminal. Now what I'll do is I'm running only this test. Because of this only this test case will run and all the above test cases would be skipped or ignored by Playwright. How do I run my very first test? npx Playwright test double dash headed. Don't worry, what is NPX? What is this? We'll cover everything from scratch. For now, just understand I'm telling Playwright, please show me the browser because by default, Playwright does not show the browser. It runs in an invisible, headless mode. Okay, some of you know, some of you don't, no problem. Just write this command. Okay, so now the browser would be shown, guys. Okay, so let me show you what exactly is happening. Okay, so look at this double dash headed. Okay, so what is happening now? It is running all in all the browsers, which is Chromium, Firefox, WebKit. I don't want to do cross-browser testing, guys. For now, I'll basically forcefully quit it. Control C will forcefully stop it. Control L will clear the terminal. I'll go to the configuration file. We will cover this in detail. For now, see, it has Chromium browser, it has a Firefox browser, it has a WebKit. I don't want to run on WebKit and Firefox. I just want to run only in Chromium for now, only in one browser. So I'll comment out these browsers. Now I'll run the same step. Again, up arrow key will run the last executed command. Just hit enter. See, only one test is running. Okay, so let's see. So this website, Orange HRM login page is opening. Okay. See guys, because of this page.pause, Playwright is paused here. This is like a breakpoint, programmatic breakpoint. Now, what do I want to do? I want to type the username here. I want to type the password here. I want to click on the login button and I want to verify if I'm logged in. That is my simple test case. Okay. And this is something I want you all to try. Even if you're trying now or if you're trying tomorrow, no problem. But I would suggest please try. Okay. So guys, look at this. We have a button called pick locator. This pick locator is a very handy button. This is basically for beginners. If okay. So if I just click on this button, observe guys, now if as I'm moving my mouse on this text box, Playwright is giving me a couple of suggestions. So Playwright is telling me this is how I will identify this text box. Don't worry about this get by role. What is this? What is this? We will cover everything in scratch in detail. Okay, in Playwright. For now, just copy this part. Just copy this from the locator. Come back to your VS Code. Go to your example.spec and simply write await page dot. Just paste it. Okay, so in simple words, I'm telling, please find this text box which has the name of username and enter something. What I want to enter? Okay, so fill method is for entering something. Okay, so what I want to enter? I want to enter admin. So I'll copy admin. I'll just write it here. Okay, same thing I'll do for password also. Again, quite simple. Again, I go back to the Google Chrome browser. Okay, so again, I click on the pick locator and this time I'll move my mouse into the password field. Okay, so this is getting copied here. So I'll just copy this entire part, copy, come back to the VS Code and I'll write await. So guys, Playwright is asynchronous. That is why we are using await. But don't worry, we will cover all these concepts, synchronous, asynchronous in detail. Okay, so now I'll enter the password also. What is the password? Admin123. Now I want to see, okay, it should be page.getByRole. And I forgot to write, no problem. So now I'll click on the login button. So I'll simply say page dot. Okay. So again, I'll come back to my application. Again, click on this pick locator button. So guys, this is very easy. No, I think you all can do it. Yeah. Just move your mouse on the login and click. Okay. Now click on the login button and Playwright tells you this is how Playwright will identify this button. Okay. So just copy this, use it over here. Now simply say perform a click operation. Okay, simply perform a click operation. Correct. So my first test case is almost ready, guys. Okay, so let me do one thing. I'm pressing Control C to forcefully stop the test. So test is interrupted. I'll do Control L to clear. I'll use the up arrow key for running the last executed command. I'll run it one more time and let's see if it is working or not. See guys, I'm able to log in successfully. Okay. Yeah. So my first test case is successful, guys. This is very simple. I want you all to try it. Okay. Whatever steps we have done, just do the same steps. Okay. And your first test case is ready. Correct. How do you proceed from here? Just click on this continue or resume button and your test case is passed. Okay. So this is how you create your very first test case. How much time it took me? Okay, not more than 5 minutes. This is very, very easy, guys. So that is the confidence I want to give it to you. So Playwright is a super simple tool, even if you are learning coding for the very first time, and we are covering everything from scratch. Okay, yeah. So your first test case is fully automated, guys. We have even seen some differences between JavaScript and TypeScript. We have even seen what is Node.js on a high level. Okay, we have also seen how to install this code runner extension. Correct? Yeah. So this is about installing basically creating your first test case. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Okay. Yeah. So we have seen the Playwright installation. And guys, very important stuff is I know some of you have this question that Piyush, I have started with so many previous courses also. I could not complete it. Okay. I set new resolutions. I'm not able to work out. Why? Because guys, the problem is in the new resolution. Because new resolutions are BS. They don't work. Okay. What truly works is your daily habits. That is what we'll learn also. Daily habits. Okay, so guys, in my case, I have some daily non-negotiables that I have to follow no matter what. Okay, one of my daily non-negotiable is walk 8 to 10,000 steps a day. Yeah, I'm an IT guy. I know my health is very important. Some people say I can die for my family. I don't believe in that nonsense. I believe in can I be healthy for my family so that they look up to me as a role model? Yeah, that is what I believe in. Daily habits. Okay. I make sure that I read at least 20 to 30 minutes. While I'm walking, I'm reading a good person development book. One of the books that I want to recommend to all of you who need, because most of you are having a negative mindset. Most of you have this thought process that I'm not good enough. Because why? I was like you. I was exactly like you. I had this thought process, I'm not good enough. People will not take me seriously. Why? This is called as poor self-limiting beliefs. Okay. By reading such good books, I was able to develop tremendous confidence that yes, Piyush is not an idiot. That is what I used to think about me. Yes. Okay. So one of the good books I really want to recommend. I know not everybody will read it but there are some good people here who want to read good books. Okay. So this is for those, which is called as Atomic Habits. Brilliant book, guys. Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book will actually tell you the power of compounding. Okay. So if you get this addiction of reading good books, guys, sky is the limit, guys. That will help you even in your interviews, even in your communication. Okay. Because if you start feeling good about yourself, that will show in your attitude. That is about things, guys. So, guys, most important thing is it is not what you say, it is how you say what you say. Okay. Right. So, very, very important thing. So, guys, some last parting thoughts before I open up for questions. Okay. I just want to tell you if you truly want to clear interviews, if you want people to take you seriously, you want to be bold, loud, and confident. That is what I am. Okay. I was very shy, very introverted, but now I'm supremely bold, supremely loud, and supremely confident about myself. Is it an overnight journey? The answer is no. It takes time, it takes a process. So these books actually helped me. Okay. So what am I trying to say? Am I special? No. I'm saying if I can get better, you can get better. Okay. So ultimately, playwright and all those things are fine. But guys, technical skills are good, but the soft skills, these are even more precious and more important than the technical skills. That is how you will actually truly succeed in your career. Most of you are like, getting stuck. Why? Because you're just focusing on technical skills. If you look at your manager, look at your senior people, they don't have just good technical skills, they have good interpersonal skills. Okay. That is what you want to develop, guys. That is what I'll share from my experience. That is what I keep on saying. This is not just a Playwright course. If you're looking for a Playwright course, this is not the course for you. If you're looking for overall development, not just Playwright, not just framework development, yes, we'll cover all these things. But apart from this, we'll talk about the mindset. And that is mindset, guys. Mindset is the key. Okay. Yes, we'll talk about mindset also. Okay. So with this, I'm stopping for now. And now I'm opening up for questions. Whatever I wanted to cover, I think I've covered a good part. You must have gotten a good idea what to expect from this course. If you still have questions, you still have doubts, you can ask me. My number is posted in the chat. Okay. So do you provide previous recording videos access? No, you get only the current batch video access. So, okay, if you have any questions, you can post in the chat, you can unmute, you can let me know, guys. Hmm.
Hi, Piyush.
Hello. Is it
Yeah,
Rakesh?
yeah, I'm connecting from my husband's account.
No
I'm
problem.
Gautami. My name is
Gautam.
Gautami.
Okay. Yes, Gautami.
Yeah. Yeah, I have 7+ years of experience, but due to maternity leave, I left my job in 2022. I was
Okay.
working in South Africa. So
Okay.
later I moved to US and now we are moving back to India permanently. So I would
Okay.
like to restart my career. So I'm learning Playwright now. So
Okay.
how do you suggest to put this in the resume? Like I'll be like a fresher to Playwright, right? So
Okay.
how is it accepted, like opportunities wise, and or do I have to modify my previous projects that I have been using Playwright?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
how do you suggest about it?
Okay, so Gautami, in this case, I would suggest, okay, so you start learning immediately. Okay, start
Yeah.
from the basics, and you can also, of course, you can put Playwright, JavaScript, and TypeScript in your resume because, see, look at this. See, if I'm a recruiter, how do I know if Gautami knows Playwright or JavaScript? I'll have to scan through your CV, no?
Yeah.
If your CV does not have these skills like
Yeah.
Playwright, JavaScript, or TypeScript, I'll even without even knowing you, I'll reject you because nowadays there are AI filters. I hope you know,
Yeah.
right? So you will have to add these skill sets in your CV, but at the same time, okay, so if you start giving interviews, interviewer will immediately find out how much how good you are with JavaScript or
Okay.
type.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
yes, you
I
should
was
put it.
working on Selenium, so I'm okay with JavaScript, but I have to learn the TypeScript and Playwright.
Absolutely. You can start learning, and I would suggest, okay, if you are learning thoroughly, you can easily put an experience of 2+ years with Playwright. If you
Mm-hmm.
understand things thoroughly and if you're practicing regularly, you can easily
Okay.
put an experience of 2+ years. Okay.
Okay.
Because ultimately, you can actually impress the interviewer by showing a real project, guys. Okay. You can actually
Mm.
showcase your GitHub account or something. If you want,
Okay.
I can even help you out later on as well. Okay.
Yeah,
Set up your
sure, sure.
GitHub profile and showcase to the interviewer. See, I have done something. This is the proof. See, it's not what you say, it's what you demonstrate to them.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So
Thank you.
any other
Thank you,
question, Gautam?
Piyush.
No?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other question, guys? Hmm.
Tomorrow's class, will you be sharing the new link or like how this demo is
Um,
only for 1 day or 2 days? I'm not sure. Like I didn't check the chat message.
okay. Even I'm not too sure about this part, but don't worry. So if the even if the link is changing, we will be sharing the link with you guys. No problem. Because we have some WhatsApp groups, right? So we can share these links.
Okay. And how does the payment work here? Like, do I need to connect contact anybody else?
Yeah, so basically you need to connect to the team. So okay. So guys, what I would suggest is like if anyone has maybe who if you guys have decided you want to enroll or something, you can drop me a WhatsApp. Okay, I can share all your numbers with the team and they'll help you out with the payment. So okay. So my WhatsApp number is 7738532684. You can just drop me a WhatsApp and I'll help you with all the next steps.
Sure. And regarding the previous recordings, I was asking, right? So, I
Hmm.
mean, always like a previous recording always help us. Like before coming to the class, if you know,
Okay,
like
okay,
let us know what topic you are going to teach us, or if you have a previous
okay.
video, you can go through ahead of time. That would be
Right.
more easy for us to understand. That's the reason I was asking for the previous recording.
Okay, we'll see what we can do. So you can just connect with me, Rani. So we'll see what we can work out in this
Sure.
case.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, but I just tried to answer most of the questions, so probably you guys are just wondering what question to ask now. Okay, so guys, so no problem, guys. If you still have some questions, even now, even if after some time, you are welcome to ask me questions. I've just posted my number in the WhatsApp this chat. Okay, it is. I'm also there on the WhatsApp groups. You can ask me question there. You can ask me question on a private message, whatever works for you. Okay, if you want to get on a call with me as well somehow, some people have this special requirement, they need some special assistance. I can help you guys in that. Okay. Any other
Hello.
questions? Yes, guys. Yes.
Yes. Hi, Piyush. I just have one question. So, are
Yes,
we
Pranjal.
developing a end-to-end project for this one, like for Playwright? And if
Mhm.
I want to develop my personal project, so can I ask question related to that one as well?
Okay. See, if you're getting stuck or if you are facing any challenges, of course you are welcome to ask me because that is the overall theme behind this course. Okay. If you guys are getting stuck, okay, so I'm there to help and assist you. Okay, very important part. Okay, now coming to the project actually, because we'll be covering a lot of things in detail. So yes, so you can basically showcase an entire end-to-end project. Okay, and I'll be showcasing a website with you wherein we'll be developing a proper page object model part. Everything will be covering from scratch. So, so the answer is yes to your question.
Okay. Thanks, Piyush.
So Pranali, are you learning automation for the very first time, or how's it? You are coming from Selenium background, or how's it?
Currently, I'm working on the WebDriver IO project with
Oh,
TypeScript.
okay, WebDriver IO. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Fine. Thank
So
you so much for yeah.
yeah, I didn't worked on the Selenium with Java before,
Okay.
but I have knowledge about it. I have like for interview
Mhm.
purpose I studied, but in
Okay.
my current project we didn't use Selenium with Java. We just use
Mhm.
WebDriver IO with TypeScript.
Oh, okay, okay. Very nice to hear that. Okay, fine. Okay, I still
So,
see some new people also. If you still have, if anyone still has any questions or doubts, you guys can ask me. Hmm. Okay, so I see some familiar faces also. Some of my previous students are also here. Okay, right. So, hmm. Okay, guys, please let me know if you have any questions. We still have another 2 or 3 minutes. If you have any questions, so I've shared my number in the WhatsApp. Okay. So if you
Hello.
have any, yes, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Actually, as I was busy from 9:30, so my
Okay.
lecture was missed. Can I get your recorded session, sir?
Okay. Yes, Pratiksha. So, okay. So can you just do one thing? I have shared my number in the WhatsApp. Just drop me a personal message and I'll help you with it.
Okay. Right now I'm working. I have few questions. Can I ask you?
Yeah, yeah, you can ask me. So, okay, we still have 3 4 minutes because I have another training at 10:30. So yes, we have
Okay.
two or
Okay.
three minutes. You can ask me.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm working right now on a Selenium with Java
Okay.
framework and also integrated with the POM framework.
Mm-hmm.
So how much knowledge or how much day I will need for learning the playwright?
Okay. So see, Selenium with Java and Playwright are completely different automation tools. Okay. Selenium is very good, very powerful, but Playwright has a lot of advanced features and a lot of basically it is more beginner friendly. Okay. So it is
Okay.
of course a good idea to upskill in Playwright because nowadays industry is going towards Playwright only. Okay, so
Okay.
it is a good idea to keep up with the industry because if everyone is talking about AI and those things, so it is not a good thing just to look things from outside. It is a good part to be an insider. Same thing I always recommend to people. Yeah, so
Okay.
it is a good idea to understand Playwright and JavaScript because nowadays everybody, all the companies are actually moving from Selenium to Playwright.
Okay, sir. And how many days it will take to learn playwright?
See, this course will take around 1.5 to 2 months approximately, around 40 hours or plus or something. Okay, but it'll be a very in-depth course. Okay, so I'll give you enough opportunities to ask me questions even during the live classes. That is the reason we have this live class. This is not a recorded course or something. Okay, you can ask me
Oh,
questions as yeah, as I'm doing the coding along with you. You can ask me questions, of course. And I would
okay.
suggest you can also do it along with me.
Okay. And what will be the time of the lecture and the
Yeah.
fees
So
of this playwright?
yeah. So Pratiksha, so the timings are 9 to 9 o'clock onwards, and it is a 5 day batch, Monday to Friday.
Monday to
Okay.
Friday. Okay.
Yes. Okay. And
And
if I would suggest,
fees for
so
this?
yeah, so fees, everything it is already mentioned in that group. I would suggest you can drop me WhatsApp and I can help you with it.
Okay, sir, fine. Is any AI tool you are going to teach in this?
Yeah, that is what I was mentioning. Okay, I think you joined somewhat later. Okay, so I was
Yes,
mentioning,
yes.
yeah, no problem. We will be covering about generative AI. We'll be talking about MCP server. We'll be talking about prompt, all these things. Basically, everything on a high level. Basically, what is required from the AI point of view. Plus, we are also launching a brand new course on AI very soon. I know most of you are actually looking for in-depth knowledge. We are actually covering that very soon. Okay.
Sure. Can
Yes.
I get a
And if you still,
certificate of this?
oh yes, absolutely. So you will get a proper certification after towards the end of this course.
Thank you so much, sir.
No problem. So I would suggest just drop me WhatsApp if I know you have some more questions. Okay, you can ask me though.
Mhm. Yes.
Okay. So guys, it was a pretty good class, I feel. I'm sure I was able to answer most of your questions. So tomorrow we'll start dot on time. When I say dot on time means I'm a little early also. So usually I start the classes by 8:55 or something. You can come, you can interact. We'll do a small chit chat. I would love to know a little bit more about you, and then we can get started. So tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow we'll start with the JavaScript basics, guys. Okay. So it's going to be very amazing class. Okay. So if you have never studied JavaScript or learning it for the first time, it is going to be super amazing. Okay. So please be there on time if possible. Right. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if you still have questions, you can ask me even on WhatsApp group, whatever works for you. And I'll be there to guide. Okay. So with this, let's sign off and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So take care. Good morning, good night, wherever you are. Okay. So see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye bye.